I'm back. I had to adjust the camera so I could see. So what I'm doing now is getting ready to cut out the pattern. So this is the dress. First I'm going to take it apart. Oh, sorry. See now. I'll do this with my computer, but right now I'm having a little bit of trouble with it because I keep trying to download something. I really need to go and download some software, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I really need to go get help. Okay. What is this? This is 11. Let me see. This must be the jacket. These long sleeves. Alrighty now. This goes to a size. This is. Where are my glasses? What do I do? Oh, here they go. This is all the way to, this is a 16, 18. This right here, this one right here is a 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So some of these are European cut. So some are American. So you got to go by, you got to take your inches and go by what's here. Okay. That's how much fabric it needs. It goes all the way from a 6 to a 24. So I'm not really worried too much. I got the perfect pattern, 6 to 24. Okay, so this is how much fabric is needed. And what I'm looking for is body measurements. Here it is up here. Okay, so this goes to a 46-inch bust. So I'm between a 44 and a 46. Yeah, so I will be a 22 in bust. And then it has the waist size. I have to measure my waist, see what it is, see what my waist size is. And hip, yeah, and I have to see what my hip size is because my hips. And then it said back to waist length. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. Back to waist length. So it says up here, so I have to get my body measurements. But I usually say I'm a size 16 to 18 in regular clothes. What I buy from the store. And it was 14 to 16, but I think it's 16 to 18. I think I gained weight. I might not have. I might not have gained weight. So I'm a 16 to 18. But when I look at this pattern, I'm over here in the 20s and the 22. And I know good well my waist isn't 37 inches. It's probably larger than that. I don't know. But I'll measure it. And then my hip size. So when I go to the store and I buy my clothes already made, I'm a 16 to 18. But according to the pattern, which seems to be more of European cut, I am somewhere in my 20s. Probably a 22. That's good. It's not good. It's good. Okay. Let's turn this away. Alrighty. Now, first of all, let me see what I need up here on this one tells me what I need. I think it's this one. It might not be this one. No, it's not this one. It's the other one. So, it's not this one. It's this one. This one tells me what I need. All right. This is for the dress and the jacket. And the pants. This is, I got to see what cuts I need. It should be somewhere up here. That's the pants. That's the skirt. The jacket. Here it is, dress. B. I need 7, 7, and 9. Oh. 11 and 10. No, that's 6, 7, and 11 and 10. Okay. So what I'm looking for is 6, 7, 11, and 10. I know which is the back, which is the front. I know these pieces are for the back. This piece is for the front. So it says 6, 6, 7, 10, 11. 6, 6, 7, 10, 11. Okay. So, I don't need this. Now the question is, can I fold it up the way it came? Okay. What I'm going to do is I probably will get a container to put these pattern pieces in. Because I'm not good at refolding things. And once I take them out, it's nothing but a mess. So what I'm looking for is 6, 6, 7, and 10. Okay. What is this? Before I take it all loose. This is 113. I'm not looking for this. So let me try to fold this back up if I can. I'm not too good at this. Oh, there's 13. I don't need 13. 6, 6, 7, and 10, and 11. Yeah. Let me show you. It says right up here. Pieces 6, 6, 7, 10, 11. European cut is smaller than America cut. But, here goes 6 right here. Let's see what we have here. See if we have them. No, we have 6, 8, 2 6s. Yeah. We have 10, but we have pieces. I have pieces that I don't need on this paper right here. And the pieces I don't need but I have to cut them out and put them in a container because I'm not keeping all this paper. 8 is what I don't need that I have up here. And 7 is up here. 6. That must be 9. 10 is up here. 8 is up here. 11 isn't up here. So I have to find 11. So this is what I need right here. Basically, everything is up here but 11. So I'm putting this aside over here. And the last piece I have to find is 11. But I think, what is this, 17, 16, 14. What does this go to? Must be, it's the second dress. Okay, how you doing? How you doing? Today I am just cutting patterns out. I'm not sewing with Nancy now. Sewing with Nancy on 15 will teach you how to sew. Okay. Oh. I get it all. 6, 7, 7. All right. Looking to see where 14 goes. There's no more laying patterns over here. There are no, oh, 14 is the pants. 14 and 15. 16 and 14. Okay. Let me show you the fabric I plan to use. Okay. This is the fabric I plan to use with this. Alrighty. Black and white and black. I plan to have like two colors. Two colors is what I plan to have. Either this is going to be the back, or this is going to be the front and the back, or this is going to be the two panels on the inside. Or I'm going to make, most likely I got most of my fabrics out of this. So probably most likely will make the panels in the front out of this, because I only have 1 yard of this. But both of these are knit fabrics, and they should be compatible. And so that's what I plan to do. Man, I enjoy Project Runway. Oh my God. And so, you know, I like doing crafts. And I enjoy creating things. This one that I'm not using right now. My pants are going to be different. But, you know, I haven't made pants before. I haven't made dresses. I have made pants only once or twice. I think I wore them. They were too dressy for every day. I know I'm crumbling up this fabric, all right, this paper, but what I'm going to do is get a container to put it in. Alrighty, now, this is what I'm cutting out for now. So, I have to cut out 8. But what I'm going to do is cut 8 in the largest size. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to cut around it. I'm just going to cut around 8. Because 8 is not with this, but 8 has a different kind of cut that I have to do. So I see if I cut it out, it's going to be the final cut. So I'm just going to cut 8 out, cut around it, and save it for when I need to make something with 8. Okay. Let's start with this dress. Well, I would usually just lay this all over the table. Oh, let me get this out of here. Okay, all I'm missing is 11. I will look up 11. So, let's see where to start at. Okay. What I really need to do is figure out my size. I believe I'm a 22. But in store for clothes, okay. In store for clothes, I'm a 16. 16, 18. That's 16, 18. That's in the American cut clothes. European cut clothes, I'm probably a 20. I'm trying to keep up with the notches. Now I'm cutting a 24. Okay. Doesn't fit right if I don't have the right measurements. That's the thing about, I saw that on that show. And I saw those designers that was tailors. I don't know what was wrong there. That's why I said they don't represent all designers. No, all young designers. But I was enjoying binge watching it, and it was a good show. It's really good. I was watching it some, and I wasn't into it, but now I have gotten into it. Why? Because I like to sew, and I never thought about being a designer. But you know, I ain't say I'm a designer. I was more into. I want to be a tailor. I want to know how to sew my own clothes. I wasn't doing too good in clothing until, like I said, when I was younger, until I got into the sewing machine. And when I got into sewing, I was better, nicer clothes. But I might cut at least 2 or 3 dresses out of this because, wait a minute, I got one more dress pattern, but the pattern is more casual. I could take this dress and make it, more more formal. Yeah, I was reading Daniel. I thought it was going to be so complicated. And I was like, oh Lord, like I never read it before. And it was real easy to understand. It's just that people start talking about the 79 weeks and things like that sometimes just throw you through a loop. But when you read it, it's easy to understand. So what I'm doing now, I'm starting from the bottom of the dress. You could add inches to this if you want to in length. I might want to add inches in length. And so, welcome to Sewing with Darlene. Ah, I'm not like Nancy. Nancy is a designer and a seamstress, and she's on 15. So this is crafting with Darlene. Yes. Right, center front. Great. No, I'm not cut that word out. I get it. All right. I think I did it wrong. Yes, I did. Look at this. Look what I did. I cut right down the middle. I said, what in the world? Let me see. Yes, I did. I cut right down the middle. I'm glad I didn't completely cut it. I would have been way off. I said, what in the world did I do? The pattern's still good, y'all. It's still good. Alrighty. I tape it together. I ain't got to tape it together. I do not have to tape this together, even though I cut it wrong. That's a 16. Wait a minute now. Let's get this right. Okay. I did it. I cut right down the middle. Is this centerfold for what? Centerfold for the front. Oh my God. I cut it right down the middle. Right straight down the middle of the dress. Making a new pattern. That's all right. That's all right because what I can't do is what I wanted to do. Centerfold for the front. Yeah. Oh, I really messed it up. But it's not messed up. Okay. Centerfold from the front. I'm cutting out the notches. Yeah, I watched Sewing with Nancy. I used to watch her all the time when I was young, but I watch her. And I watch some YouTube shows too. Sewing pants, cutting pants. Alrighty now. Still got it. Centerfold from the front. Is this the right dress? Yes, it is. 6. Hello. You are doing crafts with Darlene. And what I'm doing is sewing today. And today is part 2. And what I'm doing is starting the pattern. Starting cutting out the pattern. Take your measurements to figure out your size. There you go. So, this is what I did. So, what I'm going to do is I can make 2 colors out of this. Oh, yeah, I can. Alrighty now. No. I gotta cut it down here. It's gonna be way too big. Not because I know how to make it fit me. And sometimes I don't make you know how I'm supposed to have sometimes you have to create seams down the front. This is the right dress. But I'm also going to make this same dress out of gold and gold material. And I also have a lavender. I want to try to make something out of that. I don't know if I should make a lavender skirt and get some purple or lavender lace. I saw a lot of things that I just would like to make, and would like to do patterns, not create patterns, but I like to get to that point where I can create patterns. I probably most likely will do that. Got it. Alrighty now. I made a mistake, but I could do this. And I wanted two different colors up front anyway. So I might just take 6 and cut it in 2. I might. Or it might just, because you have to do 2 parts of 6. So I have to get a container to put this in. It's going to be all wrinkled up and bad, and I'm going to end up ironing it if I don't do this right. Some people iron in patterns. Yes, they do. Keep the wrinkles out. And I might end up ironing this. Where is 8? 8 goes with this. 8 don't match this, but 8, I have to keep track of 8. So what if I end up ironing it? All right, 6 and 10 and 7. This is the back of the dress. Yeah, this is going to work. Alrighty now. Size 22. But I'm going to go back and take my measurements, and if I'm smaller than the 22, I cut it down to a 20. But I'll just take it in a little more. Alrighty. Some people iron in patterns. Yes, they do. And I'm not going to tell you what it does. You just iron them before you lay your fabric on it. And I guess in order to lay the fabric, I'm going to have to move this table, because this table isn't big enough. Hello, people. I apologize if I was anywhere God didn't want me to be. I apologize, because I repented, because it slows down my life, and things go wrong, and I don't know what's wrong, and the whole thing is wrong. Oh, no. Just move this out of here. The whole thing is wrong. The only thing is wrong is I'm somewhere I shouldn't be. I should be over here, and I'm over there, because I think this is where I should be at. So I apologize. But yeah, I read Daniel. I've been reading Daniel. And the thing about it is that I did think that was a difficult book. If I go into it, it is. But it matches Revelations. And it matches the last part of Revelations. And the man with the flattering lips. I gotta save these two pieces right here. 6 and 10. The man with the flattering lips. I think that was in chapter 10 or the chapter before the last chapter, 10. Now I understand what I've just done. So first of all, I have to understand how I'm laying the pattern. All right. 6. It looks like 7 is in 2 pieces. So I have to understand about 7. 6 is the back. Now I can't cut the back. The back is going to be cut in 2 pieces. And it keeps saying it's a double 6. This is 7. Okay, that was 6 right there that I cut wrong. Gotta make sure. Hello, hello, hello. Thumbs up and like the live. But it's really some of Revelations and the book of Daniel, and some people were talking about Ezekiel, and some of the prophets. Oh yeah, does it have a split in the back? I don't know about that. And some of the prophets. Some of them are talking about, the book of Revelations and God taking them places and showing them things that are going to happen, and things that have already happened on the earth. So I was listening, and one preacher, while I was reading the book of Daniel, I was listening to him, and he was saying that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were made into eunuchs, which means they were not going to have children. All right. And, you get enlightenment here and there from listening and being a part of services and listening to preachers talk, and you get enlightened by it. But Daniel, what I'm trying to say is that Daniel prayed 3 times a day. And regardless of the king's order, he opened his window. Got to find out what this is about. And so I'm cutting 22. All right. Oh my God. Can I figure this out? Let me go like this. And regardless of king's order, he opened his window and continued to pray. How many of us would do that? How many of us will continue something after the government said we're not to? That was his government talking. Okay, I had it on the wrong side. He opened his window and continued to pray, even though he was going to be arrested. It did not stop him. Okay. You know, sewing increases your wardrobe. I got a secondhand machine right now, and you can go and you can look for go to your secondhand store and look for a sewing machine. You know, I was not that interested in clothing. I was at first, and then I realized I had no money, I didn't have a job, and I didn't know how to sew. And I remember being young, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years old, and I told my grandmother I wanted to learn how to sew. Well, she was from that designer crowd, or, she was from that designer crowd because her family, they were sharecroppers, but they were trained to work Broadway as seamstress dancers, but they would train like that when they were little. And so they became dance teachers because they were in the background. But she knew how to, she had Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and crippling arthritis. But she still, when I was running around 6 and 7 and 8 years old asking to learn to sew, I don't know what is wrong with my, oh my God, I hope I didn't wreck my tablet. But when I was running around doing that, she still took time to teach me how to cut out a back piece, a front piece, and then she was trying to teach me how to hand sew. Even though she had Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and crippling arthritis, she still was trying to teach me how to sew. My mama was a baby that was born when she was in her 40s. So by the time I came along, she was in her 60s. What is this? Okay. Okay. This is one thing I can't go back on because it says to cut the 22 here. So I can't go back on this and cut a 16. I don't think I can. But she really did do that. Uh, she went and got 2 pieces of material and started saying, Darlene, this is how you sew. But she couldn't teach me the way she was taught because of all that stuff, all those medical conditions she had. And her hand shook. But she had me trying to teach me to sew, trying to teach me a stitch. That's piece 6 I need. But I got a sewing machine when I was in my 20s, but I didn't know how to adjust the thread. So I got me another secondhand sewing machine. That one I had bought from Sears. They had like a Sears center, and it had a whole lot of different stitches. So I bought me another used sewing machine. And with my second used sewing machine, I learned to sew. But I only sew dresses. I wouldn't sew pants, dresses, and jackets. And I only sew simple things. But now, people, I want to go to sewing complicated things because I see that was just fear in me saying don't do this and don't do that and don't sew this and don't sew that and don't make pants. You can't do this and you can't do that because you don't know how to do that. Now I realize it was just fear telling me I can't constantly. So I'm going to go into more complicated patterns. But right now, these first patterns I'm starting with are easy, 1, 2, 3. But that's not the name of it. The name of it is Butterwick. But I'm going into more complicated patterns and even wedding gowns and all that stuff I would not try to do. And that's why I did not know how to sew good on the machine. You got to be willing to pass obstacles. And sometimes you're not willing to pass obstacles without training and teaching. That's me. But you have to be willing to go past obstacles without training and teaching. But you could always go and watch Sew with Nancy, and she will teach you so much more. Okay, people, I have to take this phone call, and I'll be right back. Hello? Online. I'll call you right back. All right, Brenda, I'll call you right back. Okay? Bye-bye. Okay, people, I had a phone call. I'm sorry. But let's see. I got 10. I have 6. But my grandma now, they lived on a farm. They were go sharecroppers. Her daddy was. But they did own a piece of land in the end. Uh they had some land and people bought beef from him. Okay, this is 7, which I need. And when they got to Broadway, they either worked as dance trainers. I don't know if they sung themselves. My aunt's name was even Dora. They were the ones who really worked Broadway. And if you didn't make it there, you were just trained to do it. But of course, my grandmama let that go. So I believe my mama knew how to sew by hand and by sewing machine, but she didn't want to because the 50s taught you to sew. You had to know how to sew. So that was 7. This is 6, which I cut out by mistake wrong. But I don't know. It said that it was a 4-panel dress, but now that I see it, I see that. But that's all right. I'm going to cut this and make 2 separate pieces, 2 separate colors. That's what I think I'm going to do. And with the back, if I have enough material, I'll make it 2 separate colors. If I don't, I'll just make it the stripe color. Well, Project Runway, yeah. And, and sewing always been interesting to me. Ever since I was a little girl. 6 years old and 5, 6, and 7, I wanted to know how to sew. And now, as I got older, I learned, but I hit that breakdown. My patience was whack. I didn't even have patience to patience to run cloth through a sewing machine, and so my clothes came out unfinished. But I see that my patience are back. It's back, and I have more patience now. So I got 7, 6, and 10. And all I need is to find 11. And then this piece right here will be completed. And I have to lay it and cut it. So what is this over here? Here it is right here too. And it's showing 7 being cut in 2 pieces. So I got to figure this out because that looks like the back. The back being cut in 2 pieces. That's right. So I might do one back black and the other back stripe. And then this 6, which I accidentally cut in 2 pieces, is 1 piece. Now when I get ready to cut this out, I'm gonna I think I'm gonna pick this table up and cut it out on the floor on the cutting board. So what else I'm gonna do is a jacket, but I'm not gonna do a jacket for the knit dress. I'm gonna do a jacket and I'm gonna do the gold fabric. And the gold fabric is more like satin. And I'm gonna do that. But I want to conquer things that I used to desire to do. And that's one reason I'm up here sewing because I want to conquer these things. And also because Fashion Doll, I haven't went back to it, but Fashion Doll, like I said, I'm sorry for holding up things. I'm really sorry for holding up my ideas and holding up whatever it is God give me to do. So Fashion Doll is really it is a dollhouse, but it was meant for fashion. Hi, how you doing? Hey, aka James. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it was really meant for fashion. So I got one pattern cut out, and I'm gonna have to cut out the jacket because I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna conquer the pants, and I want a black and gray skirt. I want a black and gray skirt, uh, and the gold jacket. I want this in knit and this in gold, satin gold, and the jacket is like a crumple gold. And I'm just going to take, and you see where it's lined there? I'm going to line that satin gold over there with the crumple gold. But it says here that you could cut that sleeve out right there. So I'm going to see if I could do that in crumple gold. And I'm going to show you the fabrics I want for the dress. So you ready for this? I got to put all these fabrics back in the drawer. And get my craft room together. Okay. Brought some elastic. Yes, because I'm not doing a waistband. I'm the person that like the elastics. Oh, look at this. I don't have as much as what I thought I had. So I might not can do, well, whichever one I have the most in, then the one I have the least in is going to be the jacket. All right, I might be doing a skirt and a jacket. So this is what I'm doing the second dress in. I'm using this fabric and this fabric. It might be a short dress, not a long one. I was thinking it was going to be long, but it's going to be short. And maybe a jacket or a jacket out of this and a dress out of this. So either way, I'm going to try to match it up. And thank you. Thank you. Now, I recommend to you a PBS show, a public broadcasting show called Sewing with Nancy. This show will help you. And also, it's different women and different designers who come on the web, who come on YouTube quite often. And they also can help and direct you. But you have to understand sewing to understand some of the things they're doing. So I'm going to take this challenge and I'm going to conquer this. Thank you. Bye bye.